Happy Tentouch Tuesday. We are at word 4 in our 10 power words to replace perfection. And this is a special one. So all of the words tend to kind of come in groups to me. Productivity and progress for me fit together with, and permission is kind of overarching, I think, in all of them, giving ourselves permission to explore these other 9. This one, purpose, kicks off a triad, which is purpose, promise, and principles. And that, if in business terms, would be what we know as mission, vision, values. So it was once said to me, purpose, promise, and principles, and that really resonated with me. Promise is what drives the whole bus. This is when you find out your why. Why do you want to do what you want to do? What experiences have you been in, which is pretty much the only diploma you'll ever need, that tells you what you want to do in this life, in this journey, and in what we talk about in your business, right? So what is it that drives you? What reminds you to get out of bed every day? What reminds you to keep going when things get tough? When you know your purpose, you don't get lost in thoughts of expectation of perfection, because your eye is on, oh, there's something bigger I'm heading towards. Yep, there are going to be bumps in the road. Yep, and everything's not going to go perfectly. And that's okay, because you see where you're headed. And it really helps you when you get lost in perfection, because you go, wait, this isn't relevant because I want this other bigger thing. My why is bigger than this. So this is where knowing this piece makes many of the other words, many of the other challenges in our life better, easier, different to navigate. When we know what's important, what our purpose is, we know what is that mission in our life, everything else becomes easier, because then the next decision that comes up, we go, does this hold up? Does this hold up to where I'm headed and why I'm doing what I'm doing? And it's really, really a powerful part of the journey. So I invite you to read the blog. I invite you to explore your superpower, which is the change the thought, change everything tip this week. And everybody has a superpower. And if you have a superpower, or everybody does, but if you know it, share it in the posts, in the comments, and make sure to follow us on all our social platforms. That's where the blog images and everything will be shared, and the downloads will be coming later this week. And I thank you all for being a part of this journey. So check out Purpose, and I'll see you next week.